Hello, I'm Steve Follen, and here's another weird week from Newslight TV. This week, look up, surf's up, scoop is up. And we start with a world's first. This is the world's first aircraft which flies by flapping its wings like a bird whilst being powered by a chap inside. This is the Snowbird HPO, Human Powered Ornithopter. Good name. And it's become the first aircraft to fly continuously whilst flapping its wings, being, powered by a human. This is thanks to some university bods over in Toronto who were determined to recreate the creature, the invention, the wonder that was first imagined by Leonardo da Vinci back in 1485. Now, it's powered at first by a car, pulling it along until it launches in the air. Don't tell me that wasn't what Leonardo had in mind. And then, once it's in the air, the pilot inside pedals like crazy with his feet, and the thing flaps its arms and goes along. It's got massive arms. Arms? Wings? Can you tell I'm an actual aeronautician? Is that a word? Flaps its wings, which is about 32 metres across. In this case, it actually flew continuously for nearly 20 seconds, which meant it went about 145 metres. It's genuinely very exciting, though, for everybody involved in aviation. For years, man has wanted to achieve just this. So you could hear the screams of joy throughout I say screams of joy. They might have been the pilot going, "Ah! Oh, my thighs! And now to the Nail Olympics, where manicurists from 24 countries around the world came together to show off the art of fake nails. Look at these. Not entirely sure. Not a lot of crisps probably get bought at this event, I'm not entirely sure. Competitors say the elaborate false nails show off the intricacies and delicacies of the nail technician's fine craft. And also means they often get out of doing the washing up. It was held in London. It's the 6th time they've held the Nail Olympics. Apparently it was very tense, bit of a nail biter. Although that tended to mean you lost. Now plenty of students are starting university for the first time at the moment. It's an exciting time as well, embarking on a voyage of discovery, broadening their horizons, carving out the intellectual foundations on which this planet's future successes will be built. And whilst they're at it, chucking balls at each other. Yeah, loads of balls. This is over at the University of California, where they're not mucking about inventing planes that can fly. No, they're chucking balls at each other in the world's biggest game of dodgeball. 1,700 students took part in order to break the record. The world's biggest game of dodgeball, which also coincided with the world's biggest game of dodge lectures. There's now another very good reason why dog owners should clean up after their pooches. Because it can be turned into energy. This comes thanks to an ingenious idea in Massachusetts, where a dog park has installed a furnace-y type thing, I know all the lingo, to turn dog poo into energy that can light a street lamp. This is how it works. You walk along after your dog, you scoop, put it in a bag. That's the poo, not the dog. Then put that inside this massive oil drum type looking thing in the corner of the park. Once inside, you turn a handle to stir it up. That's as in once the bag's inside, you don't climb inside. So yes, you stir things up a little is how it's written. That stimulates everything inside, creating methane from the bacteria, which then can be burnt in the gas light above, so it lights the park. How clever is that? What a good idea. That is some hot shit. David Winkleman. Know that name? No. You'll remember the face after this. So David Winkleman recently didn't appear in court in the States, so he was arrested for not appearing in court, and the police took a mugshot, you know, the way they do. Now that, though, has become a hit all over the internet because of some defining features, I think it's fair to say, on David's face, which means he'll probably not want to get arrested again because he'll be fairly identifiable in an ID parade. Let's take a look. Yes, that really is a radio station's logo tattooed on his face. In the year 2000, Winkleman heard a stunt on hard rock station KORB, which offered anyone who'd have their logo tattooed on their head a cash prize. Sadly, when he turned up to the station, it turned out it was a practical joke, which was a pity because not only had he had it tattooed on his face, but he'd managed to persuade his brother-in-law to have it tattooed on his face as well. Probably not best pleased, particularly because he can't afford to have the tattoo removed. And he also tells us he's also very sick of people asking which radio station he listens to. That's it, we're out of time, which is a pity. No time to tell you about the case which will turn your iPad into an Etch-a-Sketch. No time to talk about visitors to an aviary who have been given special hats to stop them being pooed on by the birds. Sorry, have they actually made that hat out of the dead parrot? It looks remarkably similar. Oh, and no time to look at pictures of dogs surfing. Seriously, we don't have time. No, not for this one. Nor this one. No, it's certainly not that one. Get more news online and pictures of dogs surfing at newslight.tv. I've been Steve Follen. That was your Weird Week.